going to say to my right, but it's actually probably you move left. People are out there if you wanted to. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome to the 2024 Toowoomba NAIDOC flag raising and the Toowoomba Regional Council Mayor's Breakfast. My name is Janet Sui and I'm your MC for this morning. First of all, I would like to let you know we'll do some housekeeping. In the case of a fire, if you look for the people with the bright high-vis vests on, and they will direct you out of the building if they're like, I think there's only my one person here. However, I believe we do have some fire and rescue staff here, so I would say follow them because they're going to know. Although probably don't, because they're probably going to be running in. We're going to be going out. So first of all, I'd like to welcome Biannca to the stage. She's going to be doing our Welcome to Country this morning.
Good morning, my name is Biannca. I've been given permission to speak on country by my Auntie Margaret McLeod, last elder of our mob. I'd like to pay respects to my elders, past, present and emerging. Good. And your elders, past, present and emerging. This year's theme for NAIDOC is Keep the Fire Burning, Black and Loud. I am black, yes. Proud, absolutely. Loud, not so much. I think of myself as a quiet achiever, working diligently behind the scenes to honour my ancestors and pave the way for the future generations. While some may shine brightly in the spotlight, I find strength in the steady glow of the fire burning within me. A fire fueled by resilience, determination, and a deep connection to my culture. As we gather to celebrate NAIDOC Week and reflect on the theme, Keep the Fire Burning, Black and Loud, let us remember that the flame of our culture has been kept alive for thousands of years through the stories, songs, and traditions passed down by our elders. It is up to each of us to carry this torch with pride and purpose, ensuring that our voices are heard, our achievements recognised, and our culture respected. So, as we come together to honour our past, celebrate our present, and empower our future, let us pledge to keep the fire burning brightly within ourselves and our communities. May we stand tall, speak boldly, and walk forward with courage, knowing that the strength of our ancestors flows through our veins and guides us on our journey of healing, growth and unity. Thank you, and may the fire within you continue to burn bright.
Thank you, Biannca. I was actually just going to say one more thing about that. That's the black, loud and proud thing. I think sometimes each of us are a little bit of one or the other. I think sometimes we're loud, sometimes we're proud, and sometimes, we, so I think you do have the thing. I think sometimes, I'm probably the loudest one, but I'll take the loud. Now I'd like to welcome Charlie Rowe to the stage. Charlie's going to actually talk a little bit about the NAIDOC theme for this year, and what it means to him, and what it means to everybody. Thanks.
Cool people around here, I don't know. Morning, Yama. My name is Charlie Rowe. I'm a proud Laurie man from Toowoomba Mission. That's where my grandfather grew up, over in northern New South Wales. I'd just like to thank the NAIDOC committee for inviting me along today. Also thank the NAIDOC committee for all the hard work they do throughout the year. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes to make these events successful. And bring a community together, so well done NAIDOC committee. What a beautiful welcome from Biannca. Well done, Biannca. I know you can be loud sometimes, just not in front of the crowd, so well done. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the land that we're meeting on today. I always say a personal thank you to them for allowing me and everybody else to work, live and play on our beautiful country. And I hope you pay the respect by looking after this beautiful country that we walk on. Also, I'd like to acknowledge our elders, past, present, and our Lifetime Achievement Award, Auntie Nolene Dempsey. Well done, Auntie. Well deserved. Also, I'd like to acknowledge our beautiful kids that are going to be our future leaders and that are going to hold the key to our beautiful culture going forward. So I'd like to acknowledge those young people. Good morning to the Mayor, Geoff McDonald. How are you going, sir? I still hold that saving a try against me, but anyway. Distinguished guests, welcome to the NAIDOC theme and the Mayor's breakfast. This year's theme is Keep the Fire Burning, Black, Loud and Proud. Celebrates the unyielding spirit of our communities and invites us all to stand in solidarity, amplifying the voices that have long been silenced. The fire represents the enduring strength and vitality of Indigenous culture, passed down through generations despite the challenges faced. It is a symbol of connection to the land, to each other, and to the rich tapestry of traditions that define Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. As we honour the flame, we kindle the sparks of pride and unity, igniting a renowned commitment to acknowledging, preserving, and showing the culture heritage that enriches our nation. Black, loud and proud is what all First Nations people need to be and achieve. We need to have self-determination. We need to have a belonging and a connection to our land. We need to be walking strong in diversity, and most of all, we need to have a voice like all human beings have. Now let's all stand together here today to forge a new future together as one mob, and let's all say Black, loud and proud. Thank you.
These tall people. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, so we're going to move on to some of the other official parts. So we're going to be doing our national anthem, and that is, as people may have heard it before, it's a recording of young Kiesha Stewart singing our national anthem. And before we do that, I'd actually like to ask her parents, Laurie and Louise, to come up and say a few words for us. Oh, and their beautiful grandparents.
Before I begin, is that too loud? I'd like to acknowledge the first custodians of whose land we gather on. I'd also like to acknowledge our elders, past, present and emerging, and to wish you all a happy, safe and warm NAIDOC week. I'd also like to extend our gratitude to the Toowoomba City Council for their continued support. Good morning everyone. For those of you who may not know us, we are Laurie and Louise Stewart. We are the exceptionally proud parents of Brad, Brandon, Corey, Kiesha and Belinda, and grandparents of Isla, Elijah and Noah. Kiesha Stewart was a black, loud and exceptionally proud woman. She was a Mayoral woman who embodied all things NAIDOC in her everyday life. The year 2020 was a tough one for everyone. It was a year of COVID. And it was during that same year, on the 4th of March, we had to say goodbye to our precious, beautiful, talented baby girl. Didn't seem to matter how brightly her light was shining, the pitch black of depression had taken our girl from us, and our lives would never be the same. Speaking on a microphone in front of a large crowd is not my thing, and it never gets any easier. However, I feel it is extremely important to do so, to not only keep our daughter's name and legacy alive, but to also hopefully, in some way, try to raise awareness and destigmatise the invisibility of mental health. Our loved ones we have lost to this dreaded disease are not statistics, they are our daughters, sons, siblings, mothers, fathers, grandparents. They are our family and our loved ones. It is not up to one single person to save everyone, it's up to all of us. If 1 million people can save one person each, we've saved 1 million lives. Forever 15, my beautiful baby girl, mental health should be as easily spoken about as the weather. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurie, Louise, and Miss Isla. So now I'd like to ask everybody who's able to stand. We're going to play the national anthem. I'd also now like to call on our flag bearers for this morning. So, Mayor Geoff McDonald, Cessa Mainwaring, who will be raising our Torres Strait Islander flag, and Wayne Jackson, the recipient of our Community Champion Award for 2024, to come forward to raise the Aboriginal flag. Thank you. Okay. I'd now like to, before he sits down, I'd like to call on our Mayor, Geoff McDonald, to come forward and say a few words for us.
What a crowd. Keep the fire burning, people. This is an amazing day. NAIDOC Week 2024, a wonderful theme. Can I acknowledge the First Nations people that are present today, our elders past, present and emerging, and the traditional custodians of the land in which we gather. But can I also acknowledge the elders from where all of you come from, all of the nations where you come from, and let's remember them today as well. Because it's those who set the path for you to be here today and to be present and be part of this rather significant day. As I say, it is a special day, it's a special week, and it's a week that we all should celebrate the wonderful achievements of our First Nations people. And we certainly did that on Saturday evening at St Patrick's Cathedral Centre. Can I acknowledge all of those who have been acknowledged, but particularly to you, Charlie, thank you for speaking today. Charlie is our former Toowoomba Region Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Citizen of the Year. He does such wonderful work across our region, and Charlie, there are people who have benefited right across our region because of the work that you do, and Carla does, but you particularly are someone that we hold in great high regard. So thank you, Charlie, for speaking today. Do appreciate it. Biannca, you were nervous when we spoke before the service started. You had no reason to be nervous. Biannca, you are a wonderful representation of the next generation of our First Nations people. And we couldn't be more proud of you and what you contribute to our community. So thank you, Biannca, for your wonderful welcome to country. Today I'm very pleased to have councillors present here today with us, acknowledging that we are all one. Councillor Melissa Taylor, would you just mind, I know this might be embarrassing for you, but let's, Councillor Trevor Van Tyfel and Councillor Kerry Shine. Thank you, councillors, for being here today. I do carry apologies from other councillors who would have loved to have been here, and Councillor Carroll was at the evening on Saturday night and absolutely thoroughly enjoyed herself and is always present. Lisa is the first one, unfortunately, she's been able to miss, and she sent me a message this morning. She's just a little unwell, as many in our community actually are at the moment. And apologies from all of our other councillors. Today I'm also very pleased that we have our General Manager of Finance here today, the General Manager for Environment Community. So Anne-Marie Johnson. Anne-Marie, could you please stand up so you can...
Woo woo, Anne-Marie!
And Nick Houser, can you also stand up? It's been a couple of years ago, or it might have been just last year, Get Up, Stand Up, Show Up, is something that resonates across our community, our council. And today I wanted to acknowledge our Council Reconciliation Action Plan Working Group, many of whom are here today, Council's Identified Staff Working Group, and also our past members of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Advisory Committee, of whom we have many here today. And I thank you wholeheartedly for your commitment, because it's your commitment that has done things such as encourage this beautifully designed staff uniform. Beautifully designed staff uniform that has been, let's say, a beacon of hope in our organisation, that we're constantly reminded that we should always do better. That we should always do better, and we're actually doing that. Our next project, once again, stemmed from the Advisory Committee, is our Reconciliation Action Plan, which is well underway now. We've got a contractor being engaged so that we can continue to connect with our First Nations people. And we'll do that over the next couple of months to revisit how we work with First Nations people, and that's so critically important. So to Dean McIntosh, Dino's normally here actually. Dean designed this wonderful shirt. He's normally here, and we acknowledge Dean. It was only 2 years ago that this design was unveiled. So thank you to Dean. Particularly acknowledge the Toowoomba NAIDOC committee, as Charlie has so very well done. Thank you very much to Janet and Nikki, who, as I said the other night, should be on stage performing. Their emceeing of the night was tremendous. Thank you very much indeed, and thank you to all the other members of the Toowoomba NAIDOC committee, because it is something that needs a lot of people to come together and help out. This is a very small, very industrious group who are stepping forward and making sure NAIDOC Week is celebrated in the appropriate fashion. So can you please give the NAIDOC committee My last but probably most significant acknowledgement today is to my bride Lisa, the Lady Mayoress over here. Now Lisa is a permanent fixture at many of these events. She often goes unnoticed. Today she's actually carrying a little dog with her, which is my mother's dog. We are absolutely petrified because we've got 3 more weeks to look after this dog, so he's not leaving our side. Thank you to the Lady Mayoress for being here today as well. Do appreciate it. I touched on it briefly, but Saturday night was an extraordinary night. We've heard of Wade Jackson being the Community Member of the Year, and Auntie Nolene a Lifetime Achievement Award. But there were many other awards that night that deserve recognition, and I encourage you to jump on the Toowoomba NAIDOC Facebook page, where you'll see images, you'll see all of those special moments that were captured on the evening, and celebrating all of those that do wonderful things, and encourage others to do even more. So I do think that this year's theme, Keep the Fire Burning, Black, Loud and Proud, is the perfect sentiment that can celebrate the history of NAIDOC, yet also recognise where we are today as a society that actively is seeking change, recognition and acceptance. I also see it as a call for action to the broader non-Indigenous community and organisations just like Council to continue to contribute to the reconciliation movement by creating a safe, secure culture with our respective workforces through respect and acceptance of one another. As I mentioned, Toowoomba Regional Council has taken the first steps down its path to developing a Reconciliation Action Plan in collaboration with Reconciliation Australia. This has seen practical steps such as rolling out cultural awareness training, introducing our uniforms and focusing on strengthening relationships between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander and the wider workforce at Council, and engaging a consultant to work with Council to co-design the first Council Reconciliation Action Plan. It's worth noting that only a week or so ago, our wholly owned subsidiary of the Empire Theatre, actually brought forward their reconciliation action plan. So as a community, we are moving in the right direction. Our process has been based on respect and trust, but also proactively working together to bring about positive change for one and all. So over the next few months, you will see Council look at how we can grow the fantastic work of the previous advisory committees for the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. The great work that's been done, making sure that we can revise how we connect, how we do that better to the community and the Council's benefit. I should also mention that the Toowoomba Regional Art Gallery is currently hosting the touring exhibition I Object, which is a rare chance to view more than 50 contemporary and historical works from the Queensland Art Gallery of Modern Art, Indigenous Australian Art Collection. This collection has been here since the 6th of April and closes on the 21st of July, only a couple of weeks away. It is touring regional Queensland, and Toowoomba is just one of the 7 locations. So it's a great coup for our region. This type of exhibition is another way for us to connect with young Australians, both Indigenous and non-Indigenous, and teach them First Nation stories. I do believe a shared understanding of our past will lead to respect and growth for us all, and I encourage you to share your personal stories and experiences with those who were willing to listen. One of the recipients the other evening was Adapt Mentorship. I'm not sure if Susie and Adam are here, but they may well be a part of the exhibition. And I congratulate Susie and Adam because they've led the way in regard to the monthly Black Coffee events, which has seen many of our Indigenous businesses benefit from engagement through procurement. So I really want to acknowledge Adam and Susie's efforts there. All of our First Nations people here present and those that can't be with us today are the living embodiment of the history of the oldest continuous living culture on Earth. And you are continuing to write the story of your people each and every day. I particularly want to thank the elders present here today for providing ongoing advice and leadership to our regional institutions, including Council, and teaching us about the importance of healing, yarning, culture, setting examples for younger generations, helping family in times of need, and their contributions to the wider fabric of the Toowoomba region. May we continue to benefit and share your insights as you pass down traditions and law to the next generation. So in closing, we all have a responsibility to keep the fire burning. And today, I think this is probably the biggest crowd we've had. Janet, Amy, Dickie, Geoff. I think it actually is the biggest crowd that we've had here today. So it's testament to the fact that I think we are moving in the right direction. I thank everyone for coming here today. I just wanted to close, and I'll left this to the last because it's always the toughest, but I wanted to thank Louise and Laurie and little Isla. Kiesha's spirit is with us. There is no doubt about it. And thank you for sharing a beautiful rendition of the National Anthem today. So enjoy the week. Thank you to the exhibitors that are here today, right through till 3 p.m. I encourage you to share your stories. And let's all, collectively, as a community, as a region, keep the fire burning 2024 and beyond. Thank you.